Today's topic is gonna be my experience, how I got from zero body weight pull-ups, absolutely like not even a quarter of a pull-up, to plus 45 kilogram pull-ups, or 40 kilogram pull-ups for like 3 reps, almost 4 reps. This video is going to have 3 sections. The first section is my journey from 0 body weight pull-ups to 1 body weight pull-up, then from 1 body weight pull-up to 8 body weight pull-ups, and then from 8 body weight pull-ups to plus 45 kg. The journey from 0 to 1 pull-ups basically consisted 20% with negative pull-ups, 20% out of negative pull-ups, and 80% out of resistance band pull-ups. I started with the thickest one, which I believe was the green one, and I was spamming as many pull-ups as I could for like almost 2 weeks. And then I noticed that I got a little stronger, so I was able to do like, if I was able to do 8 pull-ups in the beginning of the journey with the thickest resistance band, and then at some point I got to 12, 13 pull-ups, I was like, okay, now I gotta switch to a lighter band, or like a thinner band. And then I switched to thinner band, and it got a little bit more difficult. My reps dropped, so I had to strain myself even more than before. And I would just try my best to push myself every training, and from week to week try to go with a thinner resistance band. At some point I got to the black resistance band, which was the thinnest one, and I was able to do like 6 bodyweight pull-ups with that one. I was like, okay, now I should be able to do normal bodyweight pull-up without any resistance bands. And I was able to do my first pull-up this way. I thought it would be more, but it was just like one solid one. And the second one, I just didn't have enough energy and grip strength. Absolutely not. But this was the way. From 0 to 1 pull-ups, I did in the beginning mostly negative pull-ups. And when I got my hands on resistance bands, I just kept resistance band maxing till I got to my bodyweight pull-up. Now we come to the second section, which is how I got from 1 bodyweight pull-up in one go to 8 straight pull-ups in one go. Right now, the last time I checked my max, I did like a sort of competition with the gym owner. If I find the video, I will post it. I will show it somewhere. I got 23 clean pull-ups, wide grip. 23. I think if I would just focus more and strain myself even harder, 25 pull-ups must be in the pocket. So it may not seem much in the fitness industry, but I know there are enough people who can't do 1 bodyweight pull-up, or they can do 1, but they would like to be able to do more in one go than just 1 or 2 or 3. So now we come back to the point of how you get from 1 bodyweight pull-up to 8. I would come to the gym, I would do my first pull-up, and I didn't have any energy, or like I didn't have enough strength to do 2 pull-ups consecutively. So I would do 1 pull-up and I would just rest. 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then I would do another pull-up. I would rest another 30 seconds, another pull-up. Rest another like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. At some point it got to a minute of rest. I was like, fuck, my arms were jacked, my forearms, I couldn't grip anymore. But I would just spam this 1 pull-up over and over and over. And I did it for like 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, I was able to do 2, almost 3 consecutive pull-ups in one go. And then I would come again to gym. I would do 2, 3 pull-ups that I could. I would rest a little bit, like minute. And then I would try to do again, maybe like 2 pull-ups. And I would rest again, and I would do more. And I kept doing it week to week, month to month. At some point, I just got to 8 pull-ups. When you have your 8 reps with a decent form, you know that it's slowly the time when you should start packing on some extra weight. Next session, you start with a plus 5 kilograms. You may be able to do 2, maybe 3 pull-ups, but you will confidently be able to do at least 1 5 kilogram pull-up. And you will come back to gym again, and you will try to do the same 5 kilograms again for more reps. And at some point it will feel lighter, let's say from like 5 to 6 reps. I was like, okay, I can do this weight for like 5 reps with good form. Let me pack on extra 5 kilograms. And then I started with 10 kilograms. We already came to the third section, which is how you get from 8 pull-ups to plus 45. Okay, so you have your 8 reps, you start doing 5 kilogram pull-ups, you probably doing maybe like 2-3 max, and you keep spamming that weight till you're so confident that you can do 5, 6, maybe 7 reps consecutively. You pack on extra 5 kilograms. Now you start doing plus 10 kilograms. You're still doing like 2, maybe 3 reps. You get the idea. You just keep spamming the weight till at some point you can do more reps. And then it means that next session you're packing on a little bit more weight onto the belt. It can be plus 2.5 kilograms. You don't have to jump 5 kilograms. I used to jump in 5 kilograms. Right now, like most of the like muscles I built came from weighted dips and weighted pull-ups. What you're doing for weighted dips is analogical to weighted pull-ups. If you can do 8 body weight reps, you can start doing weighted variations. When you get confident with the weighted variation, regardless of the weight, if you started with, let's say, 3 reps and you progress to doing 6 to 8 reps with the same weight, it means you have gotten stronger. Add more weight. You drop down to like 3 rep range. Perfect. That's your new working weight. For me, it was mostly about high intensity. I just enjoyed high intensity. I liked the fact that I could come to gym, I could shut off my brain and strain myself as hardly as possible. When you do like you're really straining yourself, and I like the feeling. I like the buzz, like, ooh. You know, when the blood pressure kind of like tweaks and you're like, like I enjoyed this feeling. I don't know. And I had so much fun doing weighted pull-ups and dips that I didn't even think about muscles. They just came. And I'm very happy that they came, because now I can wake up and look at my body and actually be proud, instead of the times when I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, "Ah, I don't like this fat ass. Get this fat ass on my side." And I couldn't get this fat ass on my side because this fat ass was me. So I had to change myself to be like, how you doing? You know, I'm looking at myself, especially like peak lean, peak shredded time. Like, how you doing? You know, not that I had libido or testosterone to the ending phase of cutting, but I was like, fuck, I look good. Shit. You know, the first time in my life, I was like, I used to hate myself for as long as I can remember myself. But the moment I got visible six pack, I got, you know, good looking muscles, I was like, it's really difficult to hate yourself when you look good. It's really fucking difficult. Sometimes you want to hate yourself because it's a fucking habit, but then you gotta be honest, like, bro, look at yourself. You're fine ass, fine ass shit, you know? You're a fine shit. You know, you became the fine shit because you lost weight, you packed on some muscle, you got some striations, you got some abs, and like, you started wearing appropriately fitting clothes that actually accentuate your body, and you start getting looks, and you're like, life is not really that bad and shit, you know? So if you feel miserable, just start doing weighted pull-ups and dips. Get onto calorie fucking deficit. I'm joking. I shouldn't be swearing so much. It's not goody. But, you know, it's very, very difficult to hate yourself when you look good, when you have abs, you know? You know, it's very difficult. Even when you try to hate yourself, you cannot. So the only way is kind of like self-love and self-respect. And that gets built up over time. The more you go gym and the more you stick to fucking lifting and building a body, because it's not about lifting. It's about seeing that your work wasn't in vain. It's seeing that all the work that you've been doing over time has actually been compounding. And because you have stuck to doing something you were unsure of if it's going to work out or not, and you actually risk and stuck to it, and you see the fruits of your labor that are omnipresent, as long as you don't like pack on extra 30 kilograms. Like, but the mere fact of you being able to see the fruit of your labor, which wasn't easy. Okay, let me conclude the video. So you have something, you have a message to go out with, which is you cannot do one single bodyweight pull-up, get some resistance bands. Your best way out. Or if you don't have money for resistance bands, do negative pull-ups as much as you can. Hold yourself instead and go as slowly as possible. You jump, you hold yourself, and you go as slowly as possible. If you have resistance bands, keep spamming with resistance bands. Start with the thickest one, work your way up or down to the thinnest one, And when you can do 6 to 9 reps with the thinnest resistance band, start trying your bodyweight pull-ups. You get to one bodyweight pull-up, you keep spamming that one bodyweight pull-up for as long as you can. I don't care if it takes half an hour, you just keep spamming till you can't anymore. And that's how you build up the strength over weeks to be able to do more reps. The moment you get to 8 bodyweight pull-ups or dips, you start with the plus 5 kilograms. You start maybe like within the 3 rep range, you work your way up to 6 rep range. So like you can do 6 reps of the same weight. That was 3 reps when you began with it. You increase the weight, so your reps decrease. You're still within the 1 to 3 rep range, and you work your way up to 3 to 6 rep range. That's how I got to my plus 45 kg pull-ups. And I should have mentioned plus 50 kilogram dips, but I'm more of a pull-up guy, not gonna lie. I just love pull-ups. I'm very grateful for dips as well. They have definitely grown my titties, that's for sure. So yeah, that was it. I hope to see you in the next video.